There was this employee, let's call him Rahul. If a module was failing, they called Rahul. If a team member messed up before a demo, they called Rahul. And if a client needed hand holding on an integration, guess who they called? And mind you, he got exceed expectation every single year in his performance review. But still, every year, someone else walked away with a promotion. It's not a one sad story. It's a trend and it's rising. Hi, I'm Varsha, an HR professional and your career bestie. So let's understand what's happening behind the scene and why this trend is rising. Now, starting with our first chapter, that what exactly is happening, what is this trend, what it is, why it is playing across all Indian IT companies. So the trend is that high performers are turned into human backups. The top employees in the team becomes the go-to problem solvers, but you will never see them in leadership. They are not scaling to the management level. And the promotions, they go to people who have visibility, not the value. And no, it's not that the system is broken. The twist is that the system is designed like this to squeeze most out of you without giving the growth which matches that. I'm sure you must have heard some version of these comments that there is no headcount yet. Next cycle, paka, promise, we'll reconsider it in the next cycle. We will first groom you. We'll see how you work on this new project and then we'll discuss it in the next cycle. But you're already paid so well for the role you are in. Raise your hand if you have ever heard some version of this. Now let's discuss what's happening behind the scenes and what are the real reasons that you hear these statements. Number one, and the biggest reason, is favoritism disguised as strategic promotions. Let's be real, not all promotions are done basis performance, or I should say very less promotions are done based on performance. And when these kind of promotion happens, you'll hear terms like, we are promoting this person for strategic reasons, he fits into some long-term goal of the organization, and some version of, he has a very high potential, so we are trying our luck. Nobody else in the team is worth it. Sounds very fancy, right? But the reality is that they are just promoting their favorites. So when they say that they are promoting the person for strategic reasons, the real strategy there is that this person always agrees with me and never questions my decisions. Or maybe like our vibe matches and he laughs at my jokes in the meeting. Or maybe as classic as he goes out with me on chai and smoke breaks. That does happen, guys. It does happen. As a HR, I am confirming it does happen. That chai and smoke break is one hell of visibility ground because of which many real performers are sidelined. That's a sad reality. And let me give you one real and raw example. This happened in one of the companies I worked for. So company was hiring a manager for a team. The existing manager was leaving for some reason and we were hiring a new manager. And there was this person in the team, let's call him Vinod. Vinod got promoted that year just because he helped his manager buy a flat in the city. He actually handled all the paperwork and all the formalities and he helped the manager to basically settle down in the city. So his performance wasn't above average. It was actually below average. When I think of that case, I feel how worse it can get. Somebody grinding so hard, producing results, and who took the promotion? It doesn't even sound sane, but that's the reality, guys. And decisions like these are really, really dangerous because they really mess the culture of the company. It gives a very negative message to other employees. And after that, even if somebody is promoted basis the real work, other people will doubt that, oh, we never know what's the story behind the scenes. So everybody starts doubting every single decision. So it's very dangerous. Now, our second real reason why this is happening is limited roles and overflow of the talent. In a team of 10-11 people, only 1 or 2 can get promoted, not because others are not deserving, but because there's no room, there's no possibility. And if you are in a small or mid-sized company, even worse, maybe you have a flat hierarchy and there's no possibility to scale up. You join and retire the company from the same position. That can happen. Next reason is that visibility is much, much greater than value these days. You might be flawless in your coding or in your delivery, but if somebody else is showcasing that work to the leadership, you stand nowhere. Because remember this, in the corporate world, narrator gets the credit, not the writer. I'll repeat it. The narrator gets the credit, not the writer. And the next reason is dependency trap. I discussed this one in one of my earlier videos as well, that if you're so good at your work, your manager will say some version of this comment that you're too important to move. Then who will manage your work? You're already doing so well in this role. I mean, you're so good at your work that they cannot afford to lose you. So they clip your wings. The next reason is the lack of succession planning. Now, this one falls onto the management and the HR team of the company. If they have not planned the succession well, then there will not be any. So, in such places, the growth actually becomes a popularity contest. So, the one who has the highest score on the popularity will get all the opportunities. The same people are repeated. You'll see same faces getting promoted, getting new project, getting some new opportunity. So here are some signs that will help you understand if you are stuck in that high performer trap or not. Number one, you're always given the hardest task, and the reason, because you are more competent, you are the best in the team, and so the hardest tasks always come to you. Number two, you always cover for your boss, but you never get credit for that. I mean, when it's time to promotion, they think you are not ready enough, you are not ready to lead. But when your boss is not around, you're always a backup. You're always a backup for your team, for the client, for the leadership, for everything. But when it's time for you to level up, they feel you are not ready yet. And the next classic one is that you are told that you're very important for the team, but for some reason, you're never considered for the next role, next level. And the worst one, that you train people who later become your manager. I mean, that is a hell of a sign. So all of this is not going to change. So the question is that what should you do, or what can you do about it? See, if you're really serious about this game of promotion and leveling up, then there are a few things that you have to do as per the rules of this game, or to get in the game, rules of getting in the game. You have to do, there's no way out. But as I always say, your title does not define your worth, and you can absolutely ask for raise or change your jobs. You do not have to really depend on promotion these days. I mean, switching jobs every 2.5, 3 years is very normalized now. So if playing this game is not for you, good for you. Do not do that. But if you are somehow stuck in this mindset, or in your industry, the promotion thing is something that will decide your career growth, then here are a few things that you must do. Number one, and the most important one, is build your visibility. There is no second way around it. If you feel embarrassed talking about your small wins or your bigger wins, then this game is not for you. You will have to learn how to speak about your wins, how to speak about the great results that you have delivered over and over again without sounding salesy or pushy. You have to learn that skill. Otherwise, you'll not be able to play this game. So build your visibility. Whenever you get opportunity, talk about your deliverables, talk about the great results that you gave, talk about your potential, talk about what you can bring to the table, what new you can achieve, or what your capabilities are. Silently hoping that somebody would recognize your work, or someday your work will speak for itself, that day is never coming. You have to take action. You have to be responsible for your visibility. You have to speak about your potential or what results you can bring. Second thing that you have to do is speak for your growth. If you have got good results, you are doing really well, delivering very nice, you're visible also, but you are never asking for it, as in during your review meetings, you never ask for the growth, and you just be like, whatever manager gives you, you take it because you feel only that much is feasible, then that's not going to work out. That's not going to serve you. Speak for your growth. Ask for what you think you deserve, be it the salary hike or be it the title that you want. Next thing that you must do is document everything. I know it sounds boring. I know it sounds like cringe, but boring things only will help you get ahead in the game, because if you do not have documents, track records to show the proof, then it will be very difficult for you, because you are not favorite to anybody. So you'll definitely need some proof to get ahead in the team. So, and you are anyway a good performer, so why to waste all the track record? Put it on paper, put it in some Excel sheet, and this documentation will help you immensely if the case goes to HR or to your skip level manager, because those people do not know the whole story. They do not work with you day to day. For them, the documents will speak. Next is be aware and try to understand the kind of politics that's happening around you, and try to spot the signs of those politics that is happening around you. And then you decide as per your strategy. I mean, if you want to be in the same company and get promoted, then you play the game without losing your soul. But if you see that it's over the top and it's not bearable, then you take the next step, which is apply outside. If your company is not valuing you, somebody else will. So the core message here is that do not stop being a good performer. Just start being an advocate for your good performance to level up, to get the growth that you absolutely deserve. So that was it, guys. I really hope you found some valuable info from this video. And if you did, make sure you share that with somebody who needs to hear it. With that, I'm signing off. You keep on watching more content on the Corporate Diaries, and I will see you in my next one. Till then, stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye.